Doing certain things during your workout can be the key to maximize the positive results from your workouts, getting stronger and more better than before. But if you concentrate on the incorrect things throughout your workout, you'll limit your development, become frustrated, and finally you'll reach a plateau. And today I'm gonna share with you the most highly effective things based on the most recent studies to reap the most advantages from each workout. Hi, this is Dr. Ishak. If you're new here, consider subscribing and hitting that bell so you don't miss a single episode packed full of valuable informations about diet, exercise, health, and everything related to fitness, just like this one. So if you don't see, the previous video is about what should you do before your workout. I highly recommend to take a look at it. And for the person who asks, I'm a runner, how much should I drink during the day? There is no specific amount of water that you should drink during the exercise. As I mentioned in the previous video, it depends on many things, such as your BMI, the type and the intensity of exercise. The amount of water you need as a runner or a biker is definitely not the same bodybuilder or gymnast needs. So the trick is you need to calculate your sweat. How to do this? Okay, I'll tell you how to do it. You need to weigh yourself before your workout, write down the number you find. And after your workout, weigh yourself again, then minus the last number from the first one. The number you find is the amount of water you should drink when you finish your exercise. Or you can spread this amount of water over your exercise session. The next trick to know if your body is hydrated or not is from your urine. The lighter yellow it is, the better, which means you consume the right amount of water. Keep in mind, the lack of water in your body thickens your blood, so your heart will work hard to push oxygen and nutrients to the work muscles, which leads to an early exhaustion. By the way, don't make the mistake that most people do by obtaining a sport drink mixed with too much sugar rather than water. You'll just add unnecessary sugar to your diet while having no positive effect in your overall performance. And over time, you will ruin your health. The next important thing that you may do during your workout is listening to music. Listening to music while exercising can serve as a motivating factor, making the exercise more pleasant for some people, which may have positive implications for people who may need additional motivation to participate in physical activity. The Journal of Physiology and Behavior published in 2018, listening to music during an aerobic exercise could be a useful method for reducing exertion. Another study from the same journal showed listening to motivational music causes an improvement in performance in the heat by 10%. And according to the Journal of Psychology of Sport and Exercise, listening to music has the potential to enhance feeling of pleasure, improve enjoyment, and elevate performance during sprint interval training. This is what science said. Now I'm gonna give you my point of view about the side effect of listening to music during the exercise. Because sometimes the music can make the bad worse. If you don't control yourself, you will overtrain. Or you may lose the concentration about how many sets or reps you did. Or you may lose the connection between your mind and your work muscles. And with time, you will rely on music and you can't train without music. So you will be addicted to music. Yeah, I agree that music can push you through your best workout, but you should keep an eye on its side effect. In addition to this, if you want to listen to music from your phone, choose your playlist and make sure to put it in airplane mode to guarantee you won't be alerted to any distraction emails or messages from anybody. The next important thing is breath. The majority of people don't know that there is a strong correlation between your breathing and the performance of exercise. You have to synchronize your breath with any type of exercise, not just meditation exercises or yoga exercises. For example, during the push-up exercise, inhale when you go down to the floor and exhale when you back up. Or when you run, try to inhale from your nose for 3 or 4 steps, then exhale for 3 or 4 steps. A tiny modifications in your respiration not only improves your efficiency, new neurons in your brain, thus enhancing the mind-body link and making it powerful. Let's move on to another important thing that you must do during your workout is use the mind-muscle connection. According to several studies, our minds and our bodies are strongly linked. Ponder about the muscle you are exercising and the muscle you are targeting when you are working out. Concentrate your attention to the actual motion of pushing, pulling, lifting, or swinging. Or you may employ visualization methods to assist you in overcoming more difficult workouts or weight loss. The next important thing that you should do during your workout is switch things up, and this will keep you completely away from boredom. Athletes who did both deep and full squats improved their fitness more than those who simply did deep squats, according to this study in 2016. And this is the same for any exercise. Performing different variants of the same exercise change the activated muscle and the amount of weight you can lift, resulting in higher improvement than if you repeated the same activity for a long time. Though you may do numerous varieties of the same exercise in one session, for example, squat and narrow squat. Switching up the forms of the same exercise time to time will keep your body stronger. The next one is directed at males more than females, which is put your ego aside every workout. If you want to see true progress without getting injuries, you have to put your ego aside every time you step to the gym. Ego is a serious problem, particularly for guys. Studies reveal that males are 6 times more likely than women to sustain a weightlifting injury, because many guys train with their egos, not with their minds and their muscles. If you struggle to lift the weight in your initial reps, or you lose the proper form of the exercise, your body is warning you and telling you reduce the weight. The last one is you should listen to your body. And that doesn't mean you will cheat and you will complain. You've undoubtedly heard many people repeating the same words: no pain, no gain. Yeah, I agree. You should push yourself and you should work hard to see significant results. But now I'm telling you, don't be a foolish hero. Don't ignore the signals from your body, because it's telling you that there is something wrong. So if you want to do push-ups and you have wrist problems, perform the push-up with the natural grip, using a small parallel instead of doing a normal push-up. I'm telling you again, don't be a foolish hero. Don't be foolish hero. No pain, no gain, and you should stay between them in the middle. That's it for today. And guys, before you go, if you see the content of this video useful for you, click on the red subscribe button, followed by the bell icon to make sure that you never miss a bit. God willing, see you on the next video.